welcome back to Allotment Life. Bentley's here to help me start the video this week. There's a little bit of sunshine that we're enjoying and we're going to start our watering. Okay, now I can start my watering. Remember these bulbs that we got? Well, look at them now. I started them off in the greenhouse in pots and now they're already starting to open up. So we can take them home and keep them inside as houseplants. But I'm impressed with those. My teddy bear sunflowers are starting to open up at the front here. Let me show you. So I've got a couple of those along here. Oh look, there's a bee enjoying this one. I love it when I get to see the insects enjoying. It's going to the next one. When I get to see the insects enjoying things I've planted, I feel like a productive allotment person. So far, this dahlia's done the best out of all of the dahlias I've started, and this was the one from seed. How amazing. I've had so many flowers from it. My other dahlias I've moved outside now. They've got to try and brave the real world on their own. I feel that they've had enough time in the greenhouse. So we'll see how they get on. As you can see, I cut back the tomatoes a lot, particularly lower down, to give them some more airflow and put the energy into the tomatoes ripening rather than growing taller. And it seems to have worked because we're getting lots of tomatoes. That will be enough for today. We've got one really large tomato growing over here. That will be interesting to see if that has time to ripen. Over the back here you can see that we've got chocolate cherry tomatoes. I think they need a tiny bit longer. But yes, we're going to get loads of tomatoes. It's brilliant. As well as the tomatoes, I've just grabbed a couple of each variety of courgette. Today I want to do a little bit of work near the shed. I've got a water butt and it's based at the back of the shed at the moment. Over the last month or two I've been trying to use up the water and empty it so that I can now move that and place it at the front. So today's plan is to try and make a level base and move the water butt to the front of the shed area. I want to try and make a space down here, make this nice and level to put the water butt on. So I've been running the water butt down for the last month or so, and there's a temporary one in its place. But the idea is to now get the big one set up here, and that will be the main one for collecting water from the shed. Oh, right. Oh, wow. need to collect some more stones to put under here to help level it out. So that's the next job. That looks pretty level and sturdy. Next job, get the water butt on there. It's just sitting a little bit too far forwards if you look in line with the shed. So I'm going to push it back a bit and do a bit more levelling. Remember my sunflower that snapped, the nice tall sunflower that I tried to put back together? Well, that's where the join is, and you can see here it has started to point back up again. It hasn't died off. I'm not sure we'll get too much more height from it, but I'm really pleased that it's stayed in place. And then I've got this gorgeous red one over here. Isn't that just so pretty? It's a multi-head variety. And then I've got the standard sunflowers here, which just add some lovely colour to the plot. The dahlias are starting to open. One here. We've had a couple of red ones off of this, but I've picked them. And one up here in a tub that will be open in the next couple of days. I've run out of time this evening to get any more done because I've spent quite a lot of time doing watering. So I'll come back tomorrow and continue from where I left off. When I come back tomorrow, I want to tackle the peas. As you can see, they've started to fall over like that. I think the problem is the weight of them as opposed to the height of them. I did successional sowing and the first batch were fine, but as the next batch have come through and more peas have appeared, they've just weighed it down a bit too much. So I'll have a quick look at that tomorrow and see what I can do so that we're not blocking the light for the other things sharing the bed. So we've got chard and some aubergine here sharing the bed, and we don't want the peas to get in the way. So that's tomorrow's plan. In my recent vlog, I asked if anyone would be interested in seeing some wildlife camera footage, and quite a few people were. I've had the camera set up this week in the hope of capturing some wildlife footage, and I'm going to include it at the end of the vlog. If it's successful, I'll do that again and include wildlife camera footage at the end of each vlog. It might be quite a nice thing to do. Let's hope the wildlife turn up.